What are some places to explore online during quarantine to pass the time? Before we start with the video, comment how you spend your time during quarantine. Like, share, subscribe and turn on notification bell. There was a website we used to go on years ago when I was in high school where you could type something in the search bar and it would show you what the person before you had searched. It was risky, but fun and hilarious. I forget what it was called, but it's a great way to waste time. It's not up anymore. But it was mrigigle.com. I actually have two friends that I met this way lol. How did you meet friends like this? I'm a bit confused. Not a story I thought I'd tell tonight, or ever. But essentially people started get creative with it. It almost became like some form of blind chatroom. This was still during the whole AOL chatroom and age sex location era. For perspective, I was in 9th or 10th grade at the time, and basically you'd search something random, and the results you'd see were something like text me your favorite band, show movie at number, and some people would actually do it. I am extremely extroverted, so when I saw this happening on this site I jumped in at the opportunity to do the same. Well, somehow I ended up connecting with two people my age, and we are still good friends. Man, that reminds me of the whole meeting friends back during the user chat rooms in Yahoo, before they were all banned. Good times, man, good times. Eternal Jukebox will loop any song you want indefinitely, with each time being a unique mix of the song. It's a bit difficult to explain the exact mechanisms of it, you would have to just look at the website. It's extremely busy, so Redditors must like. Bravo, it went viral on TikTok a little while ago, so I'm guessing that video is still circulating. Seems like it only works with fairly well-known songs. I tried a couple that didn't work. Check out our internet is beautiful and filter by top all-time posts. You'll be busy for months. 2 hours later. Boy, you weren't kidding. Top all time. Check out what your web browser knows about you. No thanks. Check out. Ruin my search history in one click. Now that's a no thanks. Me and my brother spent a few hours messing with https://rave.dj/ last week. It's really fun. Just pick 2 or more music, copy plus paste their YouTube, Spotify links, and let an AI try to mash them up. You will always get surprisingly good and funny results. AI is good. Thank you so much for this. I made this https://rave.dj/cd3adjqbpfndef4q. It says park to sleep, but I call it severe anesthetic. Okay, this was beautiful, a bit rough around the edges but so awesome. Coursera is offering some free online courses, if you're into that. Edit, I haven't even been on Reddit for like a month and just made an account to see what it's like. I'm so happy a lot of you liked my suggestion. I hope you all find something that interests you and that you enjoy learning for the sake of learning. I'll see some of you in the paleobiology class. Cool smiley. I am the founder of the site you linked to, Class Central. We aggregate free courses, or at least free to audit, from close to 1,000 universities including the Ivy Leagues, Harvard, Stanford, etc. The catalog has now grown to over 15,000 courses. Here is another article where we have been compiling with all the learning that is free due to some virus. There are more than 50 plus providers in that list. Edit, thanks everyone. I am blown away by the kindness in this thread. I find myself going from page to page on Wikipedia. Starting at one topic then going down a rabbit hole. Doesn't seem like the most exciting thing, but I find it interesting. The Wikipedia rabbit hole is a fun one. Always interesting to see how far off topic you end up. In case people don't know, there's a random article link on the left side of the page. I find that using random article is the most fun way to start the Hitler game. Oh. I have a few. Into drawing? Go to posemaniacs.com for some art figures. Are you into quizzes that aren't random BuzzFeed crap? Sporkle is a fun one to look into. Or maybe you like to explore. Well, try GeoGuessr, and it will put you in a random spot in Google Maps where you have to go around and guess where you are. Edit, I'll just add onto the list, Dollar Street Gapminder is really cool. It's basically a website that shows in photos of possessions how families around the world live. It's super interesting. Do you like having background podcasts playing? Or maybe you are just a story nerd like me. If you are those or want to get into some D&D, you should watch Critical Role. It's a YouTube show and it's hilarious. Watch Campaign 2, you won't regret it, I promise. Want more puzzles? Maybe you like puzzles such as Sudoku? Well, my friends, if you type Minesweeper on Google, and you can play there. Or play Picross, it's also called Non-Ogram. Much fun. I'm really enjoying reading internet fiction. Some website stories I'd recommend. The SCP Foundation, which is a collection of small horror stories in the form of a scientific journal catalog. Worm, which is pretty much a book that was written online. It's about superheroes and has some pretty interesting takes on the superhero genre. It is fairly long though, but it's not difficult reading. Unsounded, which is an epic fantasy comic series with some really lovable characters. I really love the world building and characters in it. Like, the world feels real, and all the characters go on such interesting journeys and development. The art is just also gorgeous. The author makes wonderful use of GIFs and borders, and instead of being tacky, it adds to the atmosphere. Worm is engrossing, but it's so long I read like the length of the entire Harry Potter series before I paused, and I have no idea where the main storyline is really going. Also, I hated the main character almost the whole time. Super interesting read though, but my goodness, it's absurdly long. Random Wikis. Reading into the lore of a game you've never even heard of is really fun. I stumbled onto Warhammer 40k and became transfixed the other day. Great advice. Edit, all these comments are giving me ideas. You guys rock. Bloodborne lore is really interesting. The Hollow Knight lore is so interesting. SCP is great for this. Also, the game control is like SCP the game, if you like the wiki. http://radio.garden is pretty cool. You can listen to radio stations across the world. Sometimes I like to just plop myself down in rural France or bustling cities like Seoul and just listen to the radio there and pretend I live there or something lol. https://radiou.com/ is similar, but the stations span across a few decades this time. There's also http://www.thispersondosnatexas.com/ which is really trippy and has AI generate faces of people that don't exist. The backgrounds are kinda odd though. Sometimes there's weird random fleshy bits, but it's still super cool. Edit, I love random cool websites, so I just wanted to mention one more lol. https://talktotransformer.com is really cool. You enter in a small phrase or whatever and AI will randomly generate more text to write a small paragraph or two. I loved getting it to write Voldemort x Harry fanfic. Stardew Valley, quite a hip place to explore when you need a break from your farm. I was blown away when I first read the Stardew Valley wiki. Literally every possible interaction and item is detailed on there, down to the daily schedule of every single NPC. Whoever helped write it did one hell of a job. I second this. Great game. I recently have been playing a lot of my time at Porsche as well, similar setting though it's not so much farming, though that is an option. Try Stardew Valley Expanded, it's basically what it says. Adds new map, buildings, NPCs, dialogue, hard events and lore. Whatever you do, don't visit www.reddit.com, time will pass you. Fouquet. Might be a little late. I think I've spent a year on it in a session. Doing random SHT on the internet is like my hobby, so I wanted to add another. Playing with Google Translate is also really fun. I love to translate phrases until they're utter gibberish. Like, I just translated my first paragraph a bunch to get. Loves random confusion, so I'd like to add one. Google became a lot of fun. I say translate the prisoners to the judgment. Someone else mentioned talk to transformer, and that's also really fun. Sometimes it writes listicles, sometimes it writes wiki articles, sometimes it writes erotica. You never know.